Hi, welcome back to part two of How to Build a Skills Matrix. I'm Kareena and the founder and CEO of Onecard Group, and we provide specialist software and services to companies to help them manage this administrative nightmare. This podcast series we're putting together is to help any administrator understand there is a logical process, and what we're going through is the processes we go through when we onboard clients. So whether you're using a spreadsheet or a digital system or getting ready to onboard with us, the process is the same. So just to recap, number one, we talked about getting started, about finding out what needs to be in your skills matrix and the difference between a position description and a role description. So today we're looking at the actual data. So where are your records, and what form are they in? Are they being handed to supervisors as paper-based? Are they being saved digitally? So we often go in and companies say, well, everything's in that filing cabinet. Now, I've seen a lot of bottom drawers of filing cabinets that have got shoes and food and books and very, very few up-to-date and usable records. And that's the same with SharePoints or where you are saving the documents. Probably the most common one is I find that it's saved on the computer or on the virtual terminal of the administrator that has ownership of this. But the problem with training records is in a lot of companies, there's not one owner of the records. So your projects might own some of the records, your HR and onboarding will own some, your safety will own some. So they are scattered as silos around your company. So what you need to do is to establish one single source of truth and bring all this data in, because you can't actually start using a skills matrix till you know what you haven't got. So when you're having a skills matrix, just an entry into it saying, yep, Fred's got a first aid is not enough. You need to have Fred's first aid certificate in a folder to be accessed if needed within very, very quick time. So this is the data cleansing time. So as you're bringing the data into one single source of truth, and just remember this single source of truth has to be accessed by more than just HR or the person that's doing this data cleanse, because it's a legal requirement for team leaders, supervisors to have access to this data so that they can make informed decisions when they're allocating tasks to people. So have a think about it. All companies operate differently, and we are always available for advice. Talking to us is free. Non-compliance is not. And yeah, we're a bit boring. We're passionate about this stuff. So get all your records together, start compiling in one source of truth, and you can do that simultaneously to setting up, your roles and your role profiles, because they take a while. Because setting up your role profiles, as we talked into the first podcast, does have to have some consultation with your department owners. So these are the two critical steps. One, establish your roles, establish what you need in your matrix, and find what you've got hanging around the office, because then you can start actually going forward from there. When you are saving this information, you need to save it in a very succinct way with a naming convention. And we'll talk about naming conventions in our next podcast, part 3. Anyway, have a great day. Enjoy your skills matrix. It shouldn't be the administrative nightmare it is. But stay tuned and listen to part 3 of How to Build a Skills Matrix. See ya.